I am post Taekwondo, so I'm a little pink cheeks and very, very happy to be here with you guys today. There is something about technology that makes you want to lose your ever-loving mind. I think part of it is that we're so reliant upon it that you feel weak and small when you can't manage it. So that's where we were at this last week for Jamie's World. Let's go in and make sure you guys can hear me and see me. I want to make sure that we're good. Anybody else seeing this? Hopefully. And let me check it. If you guys are here, give a shout out where you're from and where you're at. I am a California girl that is almost 2 years in Indiana now. Nothing better. Hi, Melody Boo. Nice to see you, sweetie pie. There is something that you can do. So you can, okay, wait. I am looking for what I need to do. There we go. Oh, crackers. Here, I'm seeing you guys. We're just getting our head above water. So I am celebrating and praising the Lord that we were able to get our electronics lined back up. Hi, Denise. My brain apparently is not going to work super great right this second. Okay. Can't multitask after Taekwondo. If you guys don't know, today is Thursday, and usually we get together and go live on Tuesdays. So we had no internet pretty much all week. And I would spend on the phone. Well, okay, so you call one and then nobody works together. I find this to be true with doctors. Yes, you're the northern New Yorker transplanted to South Carolina to be near my children and grandchildren. I love that, Melody. I have a stack of paper here for you. I'm so sorry. And then, so we can find that maybe God wanted us to lean into him on those moments when our technology is horrible. That's all I'm going to say. And so, 20 years now. I love that though. You know what? Time goes fast. I can't believe it's 2 years. It feels like just yesterday we moved here. And yet it's been a happy almost 2 years. We left the Wednesday after Easter 2 years ago. And Denise came from Michigan and moved down to Florida. So we came 2 years ago, the Wednesday after, and we road tripped across the United States, taking Route 66, my 4 kids, 2 dogs, and I, in our SUV, and taking the traditional Route 66 all the way across. We did all the little touristy stuff, and it was wonderful. We have this time, that same year, we had taken a road trip to Arizona and saw the Grand Canyon and did all that. And we test drove, what does a road trip look like to us? Because we had never done a long road trip. Let me tell you, it's a little bit different when you're 6 days on the road. So, every adversity gives us a little bit more strength, a little bit more patience, maybe, and a little bit more time on our knees praying that, please, Lord, fix the internet. No? Am I alone in that? So, we are going to be creating, and I don't have my sample done. I tried, but with everything that was going on today, we had just received our internet late afternoon. And by the time I was done, we had to get ready to go to Taekwondo. So we're good. And I'm doing it right now on a broken foot. So I have a broken foot and I was doing Taekwondo, you guys. I love it. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Jamie with gettingcrafty.net. If you haven't already, can you please like this video and share it? When you join us, please comment where you're from. That would be priceless. I would love to see you and where you're at. Okay, so Joom boom chickadee boom da 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 do. Where you're at. Yes. Okay. So I see everything is working just fine. I just want to make sure. It's hard after all of that and dealing with things that are out of your control is really high. Hi, Melly, my love. Things when they're out of your control is really hard. So this is the week of St. Patrick's. So for 2 weeks, I have rocked lots of green. I don't own a lot of green. I actually own a really beautiful green spring dress, but I have all of my spring and summer clothes packed away. So I tried pulling it out and finding it and gave up because I have too much clothes. Shh, no judging that. And so I am wearing my little symbolisms of Ireland and Scotland. I'm actually Scottish and I'm German. So my grandfather used to wear orange because Scots wear orange, not green, on St. Patrick's Day. I thought that was interesting. I don't know the reason behind it. That would be good to research, right? Do a little homeschool. No, it sure is not spring. I'm ready for spring. I even did like Easter nails, and my daughter says, Mom, the youngest, you don't like pink. And I look at her and I'm like, okay. And she's like, what'd you do to your nails? And I figure when Linda eventually pops on, she's going to tell you that pink is just a light red. And so I thought these screamed Easter. And so I thought they would be kind of fun. And so my stylist is a really talented nail girl. So oh my gosh, I'm finding I've got quirks. Thursday in Taekwondo is sparring night. So we spar against the black belts and 5 black belts and the double black belts. And oh my gosh, I am going to be miserable tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. I know. I do love getting my nails done too. It's one of those lavish things. I've tried different stuff and I found that I have to do acrylics. I can't do just gel. Nothing stays on my nails, which I find very interesting. And those, the vinyl sleeves, those actually, my nails were kind of allergic to, went the opposite way of what it was. So that's okay. Let me see here. Am I learning to like light red? Not really. I am okay. I think there's with our color switch that's happening, it reminds me of the times where you would wear possibly like that color pink with black. You know, like that stark contrast between spring and black. And I'm really feeling that lately. And maybe it's because we're still going from winter to spring transition. I don't know. So we're going to create a little bit of a rainbow today. And I'm really excited. And I have most of the prep done. I wanted to use, my friend Anita did a beautiful card for our artisans for the Getting Crafty family. And I was looking for that embossing folder and I couldn't find it. Actually, it spent me like a half hour and I couldn't find it. And so I started cleaning this room and I'm not finished. And I keep crafting, so then there's more mess. What? We're going to get there. Okay, so I am creating a sparkly rainbow framed out in gold, inspired by my friend Anita. So I hope you guys really enjoy this project. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this around and kind of walk you through it. And then you should be able to see all of the measurements tomorrow morning. I usually try to get them done beforehand, but with technology, we couldn't even get signed on until I think, was it 3:34 before we can get any internet rolling. So there is that. So if you guys are ready, I have a cup of hot water and it's hot to it. So we're getting ready for spring here. And yeah, it's a classroom. Well, the problem is tomorrow I have about a dozen people going to be in my home studio and we're going to be doing mock trial practice for our homeschool community. So I have to clean up a little bit before they get here. And sure, I'm just never motivated. I think I would have been more motivated if I wasn't dealing with all the technology insanity. So there is that. What we're going to do is we're going to plug my phone in because I don't want it to die really quickly. Maybe. There it goes. Perfect. And we're going to turn you around and we're going to create together. I wish I did too, Melody. I am looking to we were going to do a crafting cruise, and my niece actually books cruises and I haven't heard from her in regards to it. And I'm kind of wondering with where we're going, if we're going to have another, like, where cruises don't happen necessarily. We'll see. But I am looking to do a destination weekend at a lake. and we will have limited spots in this large Airbnb. So it's an all-inclusive weekend with a large goodie bag, all crafting. You can bring other stuff, and then we are going to be apparently forgetting to breathe. We are going to be having a weekend crafting event. So we will be starting Friday and go through Sunday morning. All the food will be included and the hotel room. Well, actually, it's an Airbnb. Once the Airbnb fills, you will have to find your own accommodations outside of the house. So if you are interested in going, we will figure that out. It will probably be on a lake regionally relatively close, within a couple hours of me. I am looking, if you have a suggestion, let me know. And I'm looking to do this in the late summer, early fall. So if you guys are interested, I'm researching a place. It's really fun to have a sleepover. We do a theme, we do pajama parties, we do facials while we're crafting. It's fun. And so these are just some thoughts. If you guys are interested in joining, what was interesting is 3 years ago, this last week, we had our same kind of retreat in Pismo Beach, California, and we came home and the world was changing overnight. No joke. And so I think that we're going to make an effort to go back to those little sleepovers together. Now, I have to tell you, the place we had in Pismo was owned by an artist, and he had the weirdest stuff on every nook and cranny. There was like dolls and masks from Africa, and people were not happy. I thought artist retreat. No, it was wacky. So I will do more research before we book an Airbnb for that. Hi, Debbie. So we're going to create a rainbow with a pot of gold. I have, if you guys are commenting throughout, I have a series of prizes to be sent out for people for joining me on a fun Friday. What you're going to do is those that share, if you share this video on Facebook or on YouTube, I will be tracking those, and I will pull a name and comment on your share, a prize that will be drawn. So make sure that you guys take a second to like this video, give me a heart, and then share it. Sharing is caring. If you don't know, the algorithm is not always set up to give us some encouragement. So I'm asking that you be that free support, and it's free for you guys and it's priceless to me. So I know, Melody, I love prizes too. So we are going to turn around, and then I'll pull a couple of prizes at the end of the day, and then I'm going to have one for those that share. I do have something very exciting to announce. We have a huge die cutting set that is available that will be drawn in the month of March for one order that's been placed in the month of March. So it is the alphabet a la mode. If you guys haven't seen that set, that's one of my favorites. It was right here, and I moved it, I think. Here it is. This will be given away in the month of March to one person in all the orders collective. So you want to make sure that you've liked and shared, but if you've ordered with me in the month of March, we will have it. Now, if you guys are interested in a crafting cruise, it will be next year. So as long as everything is going, hi, Anita, you inspired today's card. So I'm very excited. But I will be giving this away for orders in one order. We'll get one. And we also have a paper sampler of celebration paper that will be going out to all orders over $75 in the month of March while supplies last. So I'm very excited. I already have 8 orders that I just received just recently. So I'm packaging up that designer series paper sampler and getting it out. And those are going to go very quickly. So if you're interested, make sure that you get in on it. That's all I got to say. We're going to go ahead and create. Now, I don't have it done ahead of time. It's in my head. So you're going to be joining the crazy show, all of Jamie's head. And it is St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. So go ahead and put on your green and your gold and rock some fun stuff. This is one of my favorite earrings. Actually, this one got broken there. It moves. So this is a... the flower moves within, and this one got broken in the move, I realized. It was sad as that. C'est la vie. Okay, so we're going to have prizes, so make sure you're commenting. We'll have, I'll pull prizes for the comments, and then there will be a reward that will be given out later this week for those that have shared the video. One name will be drawn, and you will be notified. And then the drawing for the alphabet a la mode that will occur in the month of March. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Now, if you haven't heard, Stampin' Up is doing I'm moving things around here, y'all. Stampin' Up! Is doing a color refresh. And so a lot of colors will be changing out and new colors will be coming in. So you want to, if you are interested, come March 29th, I believe that was the date, they will be announcing online the colors that are retiring. I will have an open number. Can't like or share that top under your name isn't on my YouTube. Huh. Okay. So it is the 29th. Yep. Thanks, Denise. So because it's the 29th, once those colors are listed globally, they will go fast. So I will have a hostess code and there'll be a ton of really great prizes that will be going out. But you want to get your colors, your ink, your refills, your card stocks, your markers. Once that color is listed, it will go globally. We are a global company and it's while supplies last. They are not making any more of those colors, just so you know. And so, yeah, and this is the set we'll be giving away. Now, I have one of my favorite color collections. This is the 6x6, 2022 to 2024 Glimmer Paper Collection. So this is Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet, and Tahitian Tide. Now, I have stacked them, and I've cut, and then I've been cutting little bits and pieces off as we go. It's hard to cut little bits and pieces sometimes. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm kind of trying to lay it out in the color scheme. So here, this is an ombre paper. So what that means is it's darker on the top of this here, and it gets lighter as you go and craft with this glimmer paper. I think that's kind of magical, quite honestly. So what I do, I'm going to come a little bit closer so you guys can see. I'm using our paper trimmer, and I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to cut 2 at a time. I come in, and I go up to the halfway mark. You guys can't see that. I go up to the halfway mark, and then I slice here, and then I make a pile. So I'm going to see if I can do that without knocking everything over. Then I take this and I turn it over. Now, mind you, I am dyslexic, which is perfectly awesome. I just see the world slightly different. But because I do, I have a tendency to get a little OCD about certain things. And this is one of them. So it's kind of like I have to navigate different things. So I think with just this last cut here, we should have enough to create the rainbow that I envisioned. Let's just hope so, you guys. And then what we're going to do is take a piece of our gold foil. Now, this is very much a rainbow pot of gold happy experience here. I'm going to set this. I'm just trying to figure out how I can set it and not like screw up. I'm just saying, you guys. Let me just see where I'm at. And I will have all of these measurements for you on the blog. Now, one of my favorite adhesives is what we're going to be using in this project. We're going to be using our tear tape adhesive. If you have not used our Stampin' Tear Tape adhesive, it is really multi-dimensional. It's available to use in a variety of ways. It's designed for harder projects like 3D projects. And but you can use it for the way we're going to use it on this project. Hello, Linda. We were talking about you earlier. I'm glad you're going to save it and catch the beginning. Remember, make sure you guys are commenting, liking, and sharing so that you can be entered in to win. Now, I was looking for the new embossing basic folders that we have online, and I couldn't find where I put mine. So this is the honeycomb embossing folder, and I think it looks so much like little coins that's really what I wanted to create. So we're going to go ahead and emboss that. And when you're embossing with our cut and emboss, I'm trying to figure out a way that works. When you're doing the 3D, it tells you the recipe on the embossing plate. It tells you what number things to use. And this is the number 4 on top of the number 1. So we're going to go ahead, and there's very little effort. Like, it's super easy. And we're going to remove, I have a cup of hot water I don't want to knock over. We're gonna move my embossing cut and emboss folder. Let's see if this comes out, y'all. It's in my head. I never know. Like, when we're in my head, sometimes things work out. If you didn't see my Bible journaling recently, it was in my head, and when I started crafting it, I kind of got maniacal about like the excitement. It was a little crazy, but I get excited when things work out, and I am sure that they will, but I don't know for sure. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So look at that. Doesn't that look just like coins? I think it looks really pretty. Anything that you can add texture to, it catches the light when you're doing a project with our foils. And this is our gold foil. And we have a couple different gold specialty papers, including brushed gold and all of that. So the retiring list will be popping out soon as well. And again, just like you would see with our color list that you will see coming out on the 29th, you will find that stamp sets bundles will go very, very quickly. And so it's just something to be really aware of. Now, we're going to take this. Now, I'm going to teach you a little something. If you use an adhesive such as the Stampin' Seal, you're going to go through and you're going to actually end up unembossing what you're doing. And that's part of the problem. I agree, Denise. It looks awesome, doesn't it? I really do love the look of an embossed. And of course, I moved my tear tape. Where did I move it? You guys, I have to run across my studio to grab a tear tape. Okay, you talk amongst yourselves for a second. I have no idea. I have like 5 tear tapes. Where did it go? All right, so I'm grabbing a brand new tear tape. The nice thing is I have a really big studio. It's such a blessing that we have that because I did not have that in California. So we're going to look for the end here. And you can do a couple different things. If you don't want to grab it with your nail, you can use take your pick tool to pick up like the edge and apply that as well. So what you're going to want to do is flip this project upside down so that it still matches. Then we're going to take our tear tape and we're going to go right up to the edge here. And I'm being careful not to push out. I really just want it to kiss the embossing, right? And you can tear it, but people have a problem with that sometimes. My friend Pam is one of them. Is there an issue with sharing? Everybody is saying that. How weird. Let me take a look. It says share. On mine, it shows it normal. Are you guys on YouTube or on Facebook? Oh, Stacy here. Share. Share now. You can share now public. Share. And that's how I can see it. Or you can hit more options and you can share to your feed right there. So if you guys see that, hopefully that helps. Isn't that weird? YouTube and Facebook. I don't know, girlfriends. I see Melody commenting on Facebook. But you said you're on YouTube, sister. That's weird. But we're going to trim this off. Okay? And just throw that away. I wish I knew. Okay, I have to tell you guys. I think that I am kind of like being shadow banned a little bit on social media. And so I just don't see my stuff doing what it should be doing. So the more you guys interact, the better. I don't know if it's going to act up, like why it's going to act up or what I did to offend anybody. I have some suspicions, y'all, but we aren't going to go there. And we're just going to rub this lightly. You don't want to unemboss. You don't want to de-emboss this. So our weekend retreat will be on a beautiful place. It'll be, it'll have a few bedrooms and you can share with some roommates to save some money or not. Some of the women like to have roommates. And so that's what it is. No, the buttons on top for us to like and share, etc. are all missing. How weird. I don't know, babe. I don't know why social media has to be so difficult. Do you? I don't know. I don't know. I'm using my take your pick tool. Because when I look at it on Facebook and YouTube, it shows me the usual buttons, but I am like also, I don't know. Did they do, oh, you know what? Some of you guys probably were part of an upgrade and you didn't even know it. They do that sometimes and they change everything on yours. And yeah, Lisa Marie, and she can't share either. Are you kidding me? Facebook. The hell. Sorry, that was probably potty words for you guys. But I'm just going to say, what the hell? Okay. There we go. So we're going to use a grid paper to create this. And usually I have right here, and I do, a little piece of tape. Because we're doing this upside down. And you're wondering why I have a piece of tape. Well, it's because you can use this with a binder clip, but I want to be really careful to not undo the embossing. I don't know, Lisa Marie. I don't know. Hi, though. Did I do something to tick off Facebook and nobody knows? Who knows? Who knows? So I am using this to hold my project where I want it to be. You can also have pre-cut a piece of cardstock to go underneath so that you know exactly where it is. You can use a couple pieces of tape even. Hi, boo-boo. You started on Facebook and ended up on YouTube. Melody is traveling today. Girl, I don't know, sister, what is going on. Lord God, just open the floodgates for joy and sharing, and your will be done. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. We are going to, and then I stuck my finger on the adhesive. You guys, we're okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that dark collection right here, and we're going to come up, and we're going to place this just like this. And this is going to be kind of a magic reveal. I like a good magic reveal. And we're just going to layer it piece by piece here. Your goal is to try not to touch the tear tape. Tear tape is super sticky. And if you guys didn't notice, I removed the back. So I used my take your pick tool and pulled up the back on that and used it. But you are here, Melody, and that's a beautiful thing, sister. I love that. If you have a hard time grabbing things, you can also use the gummy piece of your take your pick tool to grab things. And you can even turn it over and you can do, well, maybe. Y'all. Here. You can put it on and then you can line it up if you need to. Your goal is to cover any gaps. You're wanting to make it nice and tight. And make sure it connects from side to side. Now, this may seem like a hassle, but it's totally not. It's totally worth it. And so you really want to do this dynamic technique. And we're going to go through and make a rainbow. Now, for me, the rainbow is biblical. I think that it's a promise. And so that's just where I am on it. Not everybody sees the rainbow the same way. So we're here. You want to make sure when you're doing this project that you're getting your corners tucked in through here. And I can't show you guys what it's going to look like until the end, but we're doing 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you can see we're about of the third of the way through. Now, does that mean I want to go down to the next one? No, I might want to skip to give it a little bit more drama. So we're going to grab this collection right here. And by doing this, one strip of these designer glimmer papers here, and you're going to be able to make multiple cards that way with a really fun technique. So I'm reaching down and I'm grabbing this little corner and I'm making sure that that corner is across the opening here. And so these measurements, again, will be on my blog tomorrow at gettingcrafty.net before my homeschool kids get here, because I am getting up, I figure, at 5 a.m. I'm having a nacho bar for the kids because that's an easy meal for our kids. And they can personalize it as they want. And then we are going to be pounding mock trial. So I will spend time doing some blogging because I can, because the internet's back on. Praise the Lord. So it started off with Frontier being the problem, and then they screwed up Netgear, which is our internet booster. And then I was stuck between the two services. Let me tell you, not much can make me want to scream and throw things, but technology, girl, it can. Am I alone here on that? I'm just saying, I'll own it. I'll own it if I'm alone on that. One of my homeschool kids, he said, my mom never cusses, but the only time she gets tempted is when technology is in her way. And I was like, oh, brother, I wish I could say the same, but yes, technology drives me nuts. And you want to make sure that your corners are going across. Here. And then here. I'm standing on my broken foot, and my broken foot's kind of saying, rawr. And then I'm going to go with the lightest color collection here and just kind of keep repeating. I'm not going to need very many of them. Making sure. So if you didn't see there, this corner is connecting. I'm going to zoom in. You guys ready? Right there. So this corner is reaching over to tag the adhesive right there. And then I'm kind of going to the same measurement right there. Then we're going to go ahead and remove the tape. You can reuse that tape. I will probably end up using that tape for die cutting or something else, or even another project like this. Honestly, I can make a bunch of these cards because I think that they are perfect for spring, for joy. I love sparkle and I love gold being put together. We're going to be very careful to not destroy our embossing. So if that's stuck, what I would do is just come up underneath with a pair of paper snips and just kind of pull it off. There you go. It's a miracle if we can pull it off, you guys. So this is the parakeet, and it's very bright and it's very bold, and I love it. Oh, good. So Melody went back to YouTube, and she was able to share. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate that. Now you guys ready for that? Jeez. Sorry. One of the fake ladybugs. If you guys don't know, that is a fake ladybug. It's an Asian beetle. They are evil. They are stink bugs of sorts. Hold on. I'm going to have to capture it. So if you guys don't know, that's an Asian beetle. They dive bomb me sometimes. They're pains in the caucasus. So you can't squish them because they will smell and they bite. So what I do, this is going to make you guys freak out. Because you can't squish them, I keep a little clear envelope and I capture them. And once I've had enough in my envelope, oh, jeez, it's on here. What the hell? Hold on. And then I push it into, it's attracted to the light. I'm thinking Deb's probably laughing at me because she sees me do this every year. What the hell? Get off! Get off! You piece of cacos. You guys saw me right now. I'm going to fling it into the bag. I'm going to tuck it down. And they live for freaking a week in here. And then I do this because you can't squish them. If you squish them, they stink like death. And then they will bite you. They're the devil. So I have a collection up here, and then every once in a while, every few days, I take that little baggie and I get rid of it. So there. The joys of Jamie. I'm so sorry. So I've scored and cut this parakeet cardstock. This is an in color. It's only available for 2 years. So you really want to make sure you grab this bold and vivid in color. Now, are you guys ready for the reveal? I love the reveal. Don't look at my table. Don't look at my table. Because I couldn't load things. Yeah, we have bigger stink bugs too. Oh, no. There's these kind that have a triangle heady thing. And then they dive bomb me. And they hit my youngest daughter, who's a germaphobe. They hit her in the head. And she screamed like she was being murdered. And I get it. We get those too. I hate them. Stacy, they're the devil. You have to admit it. And I have done everything. You guys, I have the world's best exterminator. And we've sealed this house and they still get in. I swear. They're scary. Okay. is. I see it. It's hitting a light. Oh, crackers. And I think it's the bigger one. And they thunk. Like they don't stop thinking. Okay, sorry. Okay. You guys, you want the big reveal? You do? Like what the heck? Like where did they come from? Okay, so we're going to do a drum roll. And we're going to turn this around. You guys ready? Let's hope it keeps... This makes me so happy. Now, sorry. Perfect St. Patrick's Day. Happiness. We have our gold coins. We have our promise of the rainbow. We have glimmer, you guys. It's so sparkly. And these are so vivid. Now, isn't that beautiful? I know, Melody. I know, Marlene. You guys didn't know it was coming. I had it in my head and I'm so glad it worked out. So this is the thing. We have to be careful with what adhesives we put on. Perfectly, right, Melody? Yes. So you cannot, again, at this point, I cannot use this runner because it will de-emboss my embossing. So, and the stickiness is here. It's just what you need. So what you do is you grab like dimensionals. Because if you put glue dots, sometimes those, once you apply them, will de-emboss out as well. So that's like a legit issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some dimensionals. And we're going to be a little heavy-handed on the dimensionals here. I'm going to kind of go in. And I like to apply it and then remove the skin on the outside. And then I put the skin on here. And the reason I do that is because there's something kind of adhesive-y there. And it kind of holds that skin so it doesn't spill all over my crafting area. Here. Right there. Stacy, we haven't done lunch in a long time. And I promise not to flake this time. Will you? Can we do it? This is the rule, though. If we do lunch, you have to text me the morning of and say, I'll see you in 3 hours so I can set alarms. Because what happens is if technology happens again, I lose a week. Seriously. And I had to take my puppy into the vet today. My 100-pound puppy. Oh my goodness. He is going to be going on a actually both my dogs will be going on a raw food diet. I don't know if you guys have researched that at all, but I think it's going to possibly fix some of his severe allergies. I think it's just beautiful too, my friend. And Stacy, if you want to get sweaty, you can come with me on Saturday mornings to Thai boxing at 7:30 in the morning and sweat and die for an hour. And I'm doing it with a broken foot. You can do it too, if you're willing to go. I think it's beautiful too, Melody. Okay, you guys ready? The big reveal again. I think that's so pretty. And we're using the parakeet here. And we're kind of framing it out. This is so happy to me. So, so happy. I think it's beautiful. Lots of glimmer, lots of sparkle. Don't lose this. Put it somewhere where you can play with the rest of them, right? You want to do that. I'm going to set mine behind it. I'm going to give you guys a little secret. My daughter, my 17-year-old's bestie's birthday was Wednesday. And so, I want to see that too, Stace. And so she came in and made a birthday card and left the biggest explosion of crafty mess. And I came up here to design, and that took me a good 20 minutes to tackle. And I came down the stairs. I was like, really? She goes, oh, you have a mess too. And I was like, but it's my space. Stupid kid. Love her. Okay. And I'll show you guys the card she made on her own while I was out of town that day. So, I was at a meeting and dealing with technology online. Let me tell you, they don't make enough money. So this is an extra scrap of the foil. And so did you know that you can stamp on foil? What adhesive do you use if you're going to stamp on foil? Do you guys know? Comment if you do. I'm looking for a greeting that I like. I want a specific greeting. And I don't want photopolymer. go. One of my favorite stamp sets. I don't know if you guys have this one. This is Inspired Thoughts. And I love it. Yes, Danita knows. Ladybugs are not, our ladybugs are real ladybugs. I wish I had real ladybugs, Melody. And I just wish. Because I used to go get them to eat the aphids on my roses. And apparently these Asian Japanese beetles, which there's multiple Asian Japanese beetles, but the ones that are fake ladybugs that bite you because they're evil, they will eat the other ladybugs. I did mention that they were the devil, right? I like, you know, stays on ink. Correct. I love it too, Lisa. Hi, Jean. So, this came out beautifully. You guys want to see the replay? That's awesome. But what you want to do is get a few greeting sets that are just greetings. Then you can use them with anything to create the kind of greeting or card that you want to do. So I'm thinking of you on your special day. Congratulations. Thanks so much. I think this is celebratory, and I think that we should do this. Now, most of our stamp sets are actual size, so you can see here I can kind of measure it out. I'm going to do thinking of you on on your special day. Right there. Oh, there is one flying around. It's going to hit me, isn't it? I hate them. Okay. If I scream again, it's because they're evil. Yeah. And it's just starting. It's spring. And I have a kerosene heater in my studio now because when it is cold days, it's a dream. Anyway, they seem to go to it and then they die. And I am so happy when that happens. I don't wish pain on many things, but I will tell you. So we're going to grab Stays On. Now, foil is slickery. That's an actual word. You didn't know it, but it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Stays On ink pad, which smells like almonds. Yes. And we're going to take the Thinking of You. Make sure it's nice and wet. You should be able to see a shine when you have ink on it. This is a solvent ink. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in. Oh, you know what we can... No, I'm not going to... I am going to... Okay. Just stamp like so. And then it's kind of sticky. You want to pull it off and Thinking of You on your special day. So easy. The other way you can do that is you can actually, what can you do? You can, Jamie's brain is shut down. You can, I don't know. Oh, emboss. You can heat emboss. Now, what I did was I used the tips of my snip to just trim out exactly where I want it. Right there. And now it's going to match right along there. And it'll just go wherever you want it. So you want to kind of space it out where it will stay there. And you can use a dimensional adhesive again, or two. I would totally use two. The reason you use specific other adhesives like dimensionals is this is going to go onto a piece of foil with texture. Foil is slickery, and then the texture means you're getting less contact to the actual greeting. So I'm going to come down here. Thinking of You on your special day. It's immediate dry, you guys. It's a solvent ink is why. Look at that. And I did take it all the way to the end because I wanted it to stand out just a smidge. So that's our card for the day. I think I have talked way too much today, giving you guys an opportunity to join us, and I appreciate that. But I will have a full tutorial for this on you guys tomorrow. But this shiny happiness is, right. Anita knows me so well. They don't, Melody. They don't stink when they fry. And we had a really gigantic spider land on it, which spiders don't bother me unless they're the biting kind. And so it curled up and died right in front of it. So I was like, oh. So it's kind of interesting. It's when you squish them. And I squished one and put it in my trash and left. And I came back the next day and my whole studio stunk. It was so weird. One bug. Evil little things. I love that you guys love it. So, and Danita knows me well enough to not get this on my cool thing. It has texture, much like here. Maybe that helped to inspire our crafting today. What is your favorite part of this card? Is it the texture? Is it the glimmer? Is it the colors and the rainbow? Is it the little dash of greeting that is right here? Now, that Inspired Greetings is a 2-part stamp set. So it's time to remember to feel appreciated and know that you are celebrated. You could put this inside of the card, and it's perfectly fine. So that's a great way to create this here. So I appreciate you guys commenting and greeting us. I think it's a really easy idea, Jean, to create a lot of different things. It's a great way to feature different designer series papers. It's a great way to really have fun with new things. And I do like that. So Anita, your project, we were spending time talking about bugs, Melody, because they're evil. They're evil. They are. We don't have the same bugs in California. They don't have stink bugs in there. And I don't know why, if it's too dry or something. So who knows? So we're going to turn around so you guys don't get whiplash. Hi. And I'm going to pull you up. And we're going to pick some winners right now. So I am super excited that you guys joined me. I'm going to grab the prizes, and so you guys get a chance to comment right now what your favorite part of this card was. Was it the gold? Is it the coins that are in that honeycomb embossing folder? So Anita did a very similar looking card with one of our embossing folders, and I couldn't find that one. I thought that would be also a great coin-like look. And then this is really fun rainbow, super bright. So guys, comment and tell me what you think. I like that it looks like gold coins too, Anita. So let me grab your prizes today. I'm trying not to fall. We're getting there, you guys. We're getting there. Here I come to save the day. You think I would be more organized. But then again, you guys have been here enough, hopefully, to know me that that's never going to be the case. All you have to do is, if your name is picked, you want to make sure that you send me an email to Jamie, Jamie, at gettingcrafty.net. Gettingcrafty.net to receive these gifts. I have 4 gifts tonight, and then I will pick another for a stamp set for somebody who shares this card will get a bonus opportunity to win. So if you guys are not careful, Melody can win it all. She can't. She can only win one time tonight. Stinky orange bugs are a yuck. That's true, Lauren Rhonda. Very true. Very true. One time we had an event, and I think Melody won every prize that day. It was so funny that we were doing an online class. Speaking of online classes, we have our bingo and tacos coming up. I'm actually going to be moving that to April because of the tech shutting down. I didn't get all my prep done that I wanted to do for it. So we will be moving that to early April to do tacos and bingo. So if you're wanting to participate in that, just make sure you let me know. I love this little nod to St. Patrick's Day, this really fun nod to color and just beauty. Makes me super happy. And I would send this all the time, just 2 of the 3. Oh, okay, so she just got 2 out of the 3 prizes. So we are giving away an Evening Evergreen brand new ink pad. This is one of our in colors that you guys will see up here. It is an in color that is going away. And I love Evening Evergreen. So you'll want to go ahead, if you don't have that matching cardstock, get it now, because Stampin' Up! Has stopped manufacturing the colors that they are not going to carry, and this is not going to be carried. So you want to get that. The other colors that are from that in color, you'll want to get those as well. If you haven't already, make sure. There's a piece of paper stuck. Of course. And then my OCD is like, move it, make it happen. So we're going to be giving this away right now. I'm going to pick a name. Had a lucky day because you usually never win. I usually never win either. But one time I won a miniature jukebox at a Denny's that opened up right down the street from my mother-in-law's. We stopped by to get something to eat. I have never been, I was like squealing, and my husband's like looking at me. He's like, I was embarrassing him. Glad to know to order extra. That's right, Jean. You'll want to order that while you can. Okay, so I'm going to go through, and I'm looking at the names here, and I'm just going to pick one person's comment. And I can't like it on the platform that I'm using. So, but I can call out your name and you get a one chance to win this evening. So, but you can share for a second opportunity. So I'm going to kind of move this way. I'm moving my finger and it's hard to hold the laptop and do that. So, I see here, Stacy Matthias, you are, LOL, you are hilarious. You get yourself. That was your comment that won you the evening evergreen. So I am going to grab a sticky note and write your name on it. And then that means we have to have lunch so I can give it to you. Awesome, awesome. Your name is on that. So Stacy can no longer win tonight, but she has the opportunity to share the video if she can figure it out. And I have no idea what's happening. And she gets a second opportunity to win. There you go, Stace. So we're going to go through here. Maybe. Hold on, I got stuck. I'm trying not to look because I always feel like I'm cheating. Oh, Melody's But I Am Here with 4 hearts wins her a second chance. So Melody, you get to choose left or right. That's what you get to pick. You comment left or right, and I'll let you pick. Hi, Chip from Indiana is watching. Nice to see you, Chip. I have a dog named Chip. Chocolate Chip is his name. He's at the vet today. What part of Indiana are you in? So, oh, she says left. So that is, Stacy's going to get this. I mean, Melody is getting this in color jewel collection. They're iridescent and they're really beautiful. So I'm going to put your name on that, boo-boo. All right. There you go, babe. And then we have 2 more prizes. So let me see if I can go up and down. Let me see. Oh, Lisa Marie, your Love It is going to win you. You can choose left or right. Which one are you going to pick, Lisa Marie? Are you on here? If not, I'll let the other person, I'll put one more person and then you can do. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you, sweetie pie. I miss you. Love you. Okay, so if you are on Lisa Marie, you have a second to comment. Otherwise, you're just going to be luck of the draw. Oh my goodness. I am petering out, y'all. Petering out, apparently. Exhaustion's hitting after Taekwondo. And the excitement of getting on the internet. So I want to make sure I pick somebody's name that is not a repeat. And I see it's, okay. I see here, Deb Fitzgerald and, let me see, Denise. Both of you are going to win a prize of our holiday rhinestone collection being sent to you. So I'm going to send you guys those, some color that sparkles in the mail, kind of like this card that we created this evening. I adore the glitter. If you guys did not know, this glimmer paper is probably going away. And it also is designed to coordinate with a project that I have coming out that you're going to love. But this gorgeous tea boutique 6x6 paper is designed to coordinate with this glimmer paper. So you want to make sure that you get that. So we have Deb Fitzgerald and Denise Whitcomb and Lisa Marie. There you go. You guys are all going to receive the holiday jewels coming your guys' way. So I am super grateful. Now, I am giving away this stamp set to somebody who has shared the video. So congratulations, ladies. Let me make sure. Can I show the papers again? Oh yeah, I can show you guys. So we're giving away the amazing silhouette stamp set to somebody who shares. So you have another opportunity to win. You could have won already and have another opportunity. And so Jean, are you wanting to see the glimmer paper? Because that is going to be going away, you guys. And it's an ombre colored glimmer paper. So if you guys look here, let me see if I can do it without like dropping the whole stash. Yeah. So these are stunning, 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 you guys. Make sure I have that all. Yep. Right there. Look at that. And so it's lighter on the bottom and darker across the top. Now that is really a fun way to accent. Maybe you want a little bit of the color and not all of it, and super fun. So no, so she's asking if it's available because it's from the same color profile that will carry over. Often Stampin' Up! Does not carry the same paper over when it's an in color. So it has happened in the past that these will go away and a different paper will come back in. So for example, one of our old glimmer papers that I just happened to see on here, that was our rainbow glimmer paper. All these colors are still current at this time, but they had it go away. So I missed that paper. I loved it because it was so vibrant. And I was really glad when they brought something similar in so that I could play with lots of sparkly color. And it's very concentrated. I don't know how you missed those. Okay, these are not going away. The ones that are going away are the in colors, and these aren't all of them, but these are 3 of the you have the fresh freesia. Hold on here, you guys. We have fresh freesia. We have polished pink, which almost matches my nails. Kind of weird. We have the soft succulent. We have the evening evergreen, which is that other color. Mine is across the room. And then, is that it? The pale papaya. Those are going away this year. And so if you love those, you're going to want to secure those cardstocks, ink refills, ink pads, and any markers that coordinate with that. Those go away every 2 years. So when you guys see these Stampin' Up! Colors like this is available for 2 years, but the paper may not be available for 2 years. Are the inks listed? Yes. So they're all in the same color collection, just under the in color collection. These are only a 2-year lifespan within Stampin' Up! Because we want to give you the most contemporary colors, and it's a great way for them to test colors out. One of my favorite colors went away with an in color, and it was the pretty peacock. If you don't know, I'm very partial to peacocks. I have a peacock tattoo. I decorate with peacocks. I love them, and there's a reason I have them, but so I was really happy to hear they're bringing back the pretty peacock color. And so you guys should have that as an anticipated color that's coming back. If you have the old ink pads, they may not have lived to carry over, like if you haven't been using them. So you may need to get new ink pads. I know I will be. So there you go. And I want to make sure they're in the same dye lots too. Does that make sense? Sometimes when they bring a color back, it's a new adjusted dye lot collection. And that's really important. I do. I love peacocks. You gotta go. I love you. I miss you. Hopefully you have my Indiana number and you can text me at some point. We can get a FaceTime in. So I love you. Give my love to mom and your kids and everybody else. So these are going away, you guys. If you want them with the evening evergreen, you need to get them before they're gone. We've used fresh freesia quite a bit with the Dainty Designer, Dainty Flower Designer Series paper. Oh, I love you, baby. Debbie's like a big sister to me. I love her. Her and Terry and I would go out and have dinner, and they were such a great support system for me for many years. And I miss having them so close in California. So maybe it's time for them to come in. Grazie, Meli. Ciao, tesora. And then I hope you guys enjoyed this card. I will have all of the tutorial on my blog tomorrow for you. I love how this came out with all the measurements, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do with all the links. Yes, Rhonda, there is. And so we've been to the Fort Wayne Zoo, and they do walk around. Do you want to know a little tidbit about peacocks? If you pluck a peacock's feather, the color will run out. It will not stay in the feather. It has to be dropped naturally as a preservation for the peacocks. So otherwise they would get plucked all the time because their feathers are so vibrant, right? It's kind of amazing. And I almost got peacocks here, but their scream their call sounds like a woman screaming for help. And though I may not like all of my neighbors, I don't think I could have handled the stress of hearing them scream, but it would have been really fun to have them around. For a little bit. But I did realize something my sister taught me. My older sister was like, you make your mind up and you have a tendency to go for it. She goes, and there's no talking you out once you do. She goes, but I really want you to think and pray about this. I think you're taking a lot on, and adding something new might send you over the top. So I sat and I prayed, and that night I just realized I couldn't take on one more thing. So I texted her back, you were right. No peacocks here. Yes. Oh, I love that, Melody. And my husband's godfather had lived near Santa Anita racetrack in California, and the peacocks are roam wild there. They also would land on top of his roof and scratch the tile roof, because in California you have to have tile roofs to avoid the fires. And they would scream all night. So Compadre Lino did not love it. So they do sleep in the trees, or they sleep high up. And so, yeah, that would have been interesting. I'm going to let you guys go. I really had fun tonight with you. I love how this came out, and I hope that you'll see the tutorial and let me know what you think. I thought it was a perfect reveal when it turned over. It was impressive to me as well. I didn't know exactly how it was going to come out, but I just had hope, and I'm really glad it did so well. I am so grateful for you guys joining me. Please like and share. Comment if you're catching the replay, and let me know. I'm going to let you guys go. God bless, have a good evening, and I will see you all week because I'm back online so I can have my videos uploaded, and there's some great, wow, tutorials coming your way. Some pop-up cards that you're just going to love. Okay, I'll talk to you later. And if I don't see you, happy St. Patrick.